guys. So this is the first episode of Off Script. This is gonna be a series where I'm just gonna talk to random people about things, life, various topics. So if you guys see me talk to certain people, to talk about certain topics, please comment and let me know what you think of it. This episode, I'm gonna be talking with my good friend Valentine, who just moved to Berlin, and we spent a day looking for a spot in a lake. We couldn't find anything, and we got lost in the woods, and then we were just riding our bikes for like eternity, and then we found this little hidden spot that turned out to be so beautiful, and we just sat down, had a beautiful conversation off script, but we didn't plan on talking about anything. Let me know what you think, show some love in the comments, and here's my conversation with Valentine off script.
I forgot, we have to switch to English.
Oh, that's even better, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Is English easier for you than German?
By a long shot. I would
Okay.
say my English, except for my accent's fluent. Whereas my German is not even close to... Well, it's maybe close to fluent, but it's not.
Okay. Alright.
English, I don't have to think about what I say. I just think and say it aloud. Whereas in German, that doesn't happen.
Okay. Yeah, same kind of. That's why I have to think when I talk to you in German. I have to think about things that I say. That's why I switch to English so much.
Yeah, every time you keep on.
I'm so sorry about that. But even for me, talking in German is hard.
Well, let's be honest now. It's a bit different from you than it is from
Yeah,
me.
definitely. Okay, so let's do a little introduction.
Introduction, yeah?
I guess. So, hello guys. I'm here with
Valentine.
a good friend of mine who just moved to Berlin like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, more or less, 2
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Do you want to tell the people where you're from, what you're doing?
I'm Valentine, I'm Dutch, I'm 21 years old, and I am a content creator and a model.
That's so crazy to me that you're 21. You don't seem 21.
Well, thank you very much.
My little brother's 21, so that's why. You don't-
Okay.
Yeah. No, we went to Potsdam today. We drove around with our bikes and we found this sweet little beautiful spot here.
Which ended up being great.
Yeah,
because it's
even better.
actually beautiful.
Yeah. That's a huge fucking ant, man. Did you see that one?
No?
That ant was so huge.
Did it bite you?
No, but it felt like it was sticking to me.
Oh, that's
Like
crazy.
it was sucking on me. Damn, that was huge. How did it get on my fucking finger? Anyways, I hate insects. I hate insects. No, we love all animals here.
We don't, we kill them. He's killed like 3 today.
I didn't, did I?
No, no, you didn't. I'm joking.
I have to admit, I feel so bad. I don't know if I can say it though. I had a mouse in my apartment and it turned out to be 2 mice.
You killed them? You found them?
I wanted to get them out of my apartment alive, so I opened the door, I tried to get them out, but they didn't come out, and they always just started like crawling around at night and like moving around at night. And so I didn't get the chance to like get them out alive. And so I got like those mouse traps. And let me just say they worked.
At least you got rid of them.
Yeah, I felt so bad the morning I found them, was 2. And yeah, kind of still feel very shitty, but I had to get them out of the apartment, otherwise I would have been in big trouble with my...
I mean, that's nature, except you don't eat them.
But the thing is, I kind of felt bad afterwards, because when... There was like one night that I got the first one, and then the night after I got the second mouse.
But I feel like that's a weird human concept where the bigger the animal, the worse you feel. An insect, you don't feel shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
if you crush an
I think
ant,
about the same things.
if you crush an ant, I have to admit, I don't want to be sadistic, but I still, if something crawling's on me, I'll slap it and it dies within an instant. I wouldn't ever do that with a bird, for example. The bigger it is, the worse you feel.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think about that as well. But I try to with like wasps or bees. I try to be more calm because you tend to just slap them.
That's why they then start
Exactly.
to...
So I try to be calm around insects as well because of the same, I don't know, how do you call that? Moral.
Yeah.
Because of those morals. But
to see them as valuable as
yeah.
a...
But with certain
bigger.
insects, if they crawl on you or like mosquitoes or spiders, I'm afraid of those. I tend to just slap them, kill them, whatever, just because I'm scared. That's like just my defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Like when that ant was on me, I was just like, get the fuck off me.
Yeah, no, I get it, but it's a weird thing. I think is human nature in a sense, where we also, you would kill a spider, but you wouldn't kill a, whoa, what's that one called? The red one with the white dots. You know which one I mean?
Yeah, and in German I think it's Marienkäfer.
Yeah, in Dutch it's lieveheersbeestje.
Oh, okay.
But in English it has a very odd word for it, I know that.
Okay, I don't know that word.
Me neither.
I have to say, I wouldn't kill a spider if I see one. I would just let it be, but if it's in my apartment and it's huge and it's annoying me and I'm scared of it, I probably have to kill it or get it out.
Oh no, yeah, I don't know. I don't kill spiders for the reason that they are actually beneficial. So I
just have
in my previous
phobia of spiders.
In my previous apartment, I had a bunch of spiders and I kept them there on purpose, so I wouldn't get mosquitoes. And it genuinely worked. I did not get bitten a lot by mosquitoes.
I have to say, for all the people who are totally afraid of spiders, I'm with you, because I had such horrible experiences in my childhood with spiders, huge spiders. So I think it's like childhood trauma in a sense.
Spiders?
Yeah. I would try to get rid of it. I would try to...
I cannot imagine you have ever been in a remotely dangerous situation because of spiders.
No, never.
So then...
It was just... My mom was afraid of them, and when they were in the house, she was like...
That's also a thing. Humans can pass on fears.
I have that from my mom.
If you get a child and it's like 0 or 1 year old and you let a spider crawl on it and it has never seen one and you have never been scared about it and you don't react, it will not be scared.
No,
because
definitely.
a lot of fears are not inherited but learned by other humans.
I just had, do you know Sadhguru? Sadhguru? You don't know the guy? He's like a yogi, like the guy with the white beard. I have a book of him.
Okay, yeah.
And I just listened to a talk from him yesterday that everything we know and everything we perceive is just like knowledge that we gathered in our life. That's the same thing. Like a kid doesn't know what a spider does and what it doesn't do.
No.
Or if it should be afraid of it or not.
Same as the fear of heights. I have a fear of heights. Why would I be scared of heights? Heights don't kill me. It's the fall that does.
From a certain height, yeah.
I mean, it's not the height itself that kills you. Standing on top of a building doesn't kill you. Falling off the building kills you.
Okay. So according to your logic, if you would just jump some height, but it wouldn't end because there's no ground, you shouldn't be afraid because you can't die because you're just falling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is then the height scary?
Because you can't...
It would be more logical to be scared of falling than scared of heights. It's the fall that kills you, not the height.
But you're falling because of the height. I kind of get where you're getting from.
I think a fear of heights is an irrational fear, especially when... I mean, again, I have it. It is irrational, I know. But when I'm on the edge of a building, I can be 2 meters out from the corner. Yeah? Safe and all, and I'd still be scared. Why the fuck would I be scared? If I am 2 meters out from the water, I don't accidentally trip and fall in the water.
I have one thing. When I was young, I was like 10 or 11-ish something, and I saw a video of a mother who was getting crushed by an escalator. And every time I stepped...
You saw...
Like
you actually saw a video of that, like a real life?
Yeah, it was like security footage. CCTV in a mall, and she was with her kid.
Rewind, how do you find that at 10 years old?
It was on the news, somewhere, on YouTube.
And they showed it?
Yeah, YouTube back then was like 2010. They didn't really have any, I don't know. So the mother went up the escalator. Look, trying to be calm.
Just don't touch it.
Just respect the personal space. That's all I'm asking for, please. She was going up the escalator with her kid, and then the escalator broke at the top, and she fell in, and she pushed the kid on top, so the kid was safe, but she got crushed and died. And every time, till this day, I get on an escalator, I think of like the platform where you get off, because they open that up if they like have to, I don't know, fix it or something. I'm always scared that that thing is loose and you trip and die. So I always make a big step over that. This is like knowledge I have from like 14 years ago.
But that again proves that fears are learned.
Yeah,
I have
definitely.
never learned this, so I have never had any
I'm
reason
sorry
to be.
if you're thinking about that now.
No. I hope I won't. But I have never had any reason to be scared of escalators.
Yeah.
For that reason.
Yeah. I'm not scared, but I'm just conscious of it. But there's certain things that I'm more scared of. But there's so many things I try to unlearn, like so many unnecessary fears that just, I don't know, make your life so much harder.
Like what?
Like insecurities or like
Oh, yeah, no, that makes
mental
sense.
hurdles like that you're fighting with on a day-to-day basis. I try to tell myself it's not that big of a deal, it's not that real, and that there are way more important things that I could worry about.
What always helped me with my insecurities was fake it till you make it.
Really?
When I used to be in high school, I was really insecure, and I just kept on telling myself every day, not necessarily in a mirror, like just out loud, like, oh, I'm fucking genius, I'm amazing, I'm the handsomest.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I said it in a very joking manner because obviously I didn't believe it and people didn't either. So I could get away with it. If you say it really sarcastically and you know you aren't, you say it in a joking manner. However, your body and your mind doesn't understand the difference necessarily.
Yeah, that's true.
So at a certain point, I'm like, hey, I'm starting to get more confident, which doesn't happen within a month. This was over the course of years, and I annoyed a lot of people by this, but it helped me in the end.
How do you do it now? Like if you feel insecure, how do you cope with it now?
I don't really. This is so unrelatable, but I don't have a lot of insecurities, to be
Or
honest.
if you don't feel like you're on top of your game, maybe like on days you feel off, how do you cope with?
Well, that's a me thing then. So I'm like,
I mean, because you're in front of the camera, and you have to be a persona.
if I feel off, then I will either skip that day or I will try to be productive. But I will also try to allow myself to have a rest. If I feel off, maybe I need a day off.
I wanted to say the same thing because I'm someone, I work a lot, I'm a workaholic to a certain degree. And if I feel shitty, I work harder than to, I don't know, feel better or just feel like I was productive and I did something even though I felt like shit. But sometimes there are days where you don't even feel bad or things don't go your way. Then you just have to accept it and let it go.
No, absolutely.
Then I'm just like, okay, fuck it, then that's the day of today. And I'll just accept it and I'm gonna just watch my Netflix. I'm gonna try to get some push-ups in before you sleep and then I'm gonna go sleep and tomorrow's a new day.
Today was one of those examples what I told you. I woke
Yeah,
up,
you
I was
did.
feeling shitty as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if...
And then you build some Lego.
and then I built some Lego and now I'm fine again. And now I'm at the beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's you have to allow yourself some time off as well.
Yeah.
I think that's important. But for
I have a hard time with that.
For insecurities, I feel like what helps me now if I notice I start developing one, because it's not like you have them and you will never develop new ones. You can develop new ones and you can notice it. I will try to rationalize it. Usually it's either something I agree on and I will try to fix it. Oh shit, my breath smells. Okay, let's go to the dentist. Let's check if my teeth are healthy. Let's brush my teeth a bit more. That's something you can fix.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's something I can't fix and it's about me, then it's really easy to get rid of by thinking I can't fix it anyway. Why would others hate on it if it's me? I am me.
I have a. I know many people who have been struggling with like stuff you can't get rid of now, or maybe not in the nearest future. Like struggles, maybe physically, mentally. Like, do you? What's your approach to that? Because I've always found it hard to then be or give like productive advice to people who like struggle with something they can't change now. It's just like, okay, you have to accept it. Yeah, okay, but I still struggle with it every day.
Sounds like it's about past troubles.
Maybe, yeah.
Well,
maybe like physical stuff. If you're like insecure about something you can't change for tomorrow.
Again, if it's physical stuff, which you can't change, as rough as it sounds, I would love to give some great advice which helps, but it's nothing but accepting it. And that's a very, very, very long and rough journey, learning to accept yourself.
I think there's also a misconception because people always be like, oh, love yourself, love your body, everything. Totally do that, but I think accepting is not the same as loving. Accepting is just accepting it is that. You don't have to love it though.
No, I agree.
just
There's certain parts of my
look
body
how
which I
big
don't
this
love either.
ant is.
Holy there's plenty of parts of my body which I don't love, but I accept them
Me
as
too, me
what
too.
they are.
But even though people who appear perfect on social media, or I go to the gym every day, I appear like I'm very trained and everything. But I still have like, if I look into the mirror, I still have like parts of my body. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable about that. I don't feel secure about that. I think every person has that. This self-consciousness, because you always compare yourself to others nowadays, and
Yeah, no,
so I try
absolutely.
not to do that. I just try to be the best version of myself. I think you have to look inward to become more comfortable outward.
Oh no, absolutely. That's the thing for sure. If you're mentally not feeling okay, then there's no way you will physically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thing, which it just there's not an easy thing about it. Like for example, you ask me, do you have some advice? There is no advice because there is no solution. It's accepting yourself as who you are, and that's it.
It's a process.
It's not a magic way of, oh, you can fix it like this and this. If you were now listening to this and the first thing you thought of hey, maybe there's a solution of how you can fix it, well, that's the whole problem. Accepting that you can't fix it, but also accepting that you don't have to fix it. Why would you fix it? I don't like, for example, what if I didn't like my nose? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm born like that. So be it. It sounds so simple, but it's yet so complex. But
I mean, I feel it's also alright if you want to change something about yourself. That's also fine. So if you want to like change your nose or whatever, there's so many people who do it. That's fine. But I feel like I always look up to people who embrace their imperfections. Like so many people, so many actors, for example, who have like a certain type of look, nose, hairstyle, voice maybe, and it's not the necessarily Brad Pitt type of actor, but they just embrace their type of style and they're authentic to themselves.
But
That's
that,
just
that was the whole
best-
point. Like they accept themselves for who they are.
Yeah, and they're authentically themselves to 100%. And that makes someone so much more attractive and gives someone such a big aura. I mean, who comes to mind? There are so many people, but no one comes to mind right now.
Well, each and every one of them, because for there to be an imperfection, there has to be a perfection,
Yeah.
but there is no perfection. Like if you look at me, I am one huge imperfection. There's nothing about me which is perfect.
It also depends
Brad
how you
Pitt,
look at it.
even Brad Pitt is one huge imperfection.
Yeah, definitely is, definitely.
No one is perfect, and that sounds so cliche, but it's how it is. Also, about like insecurities about the past, for example, they come back to accepting as well. But I learned a quote from a book, I think. You might have heard it. It's if you are sad, you live in the past. If you're anxious, you live in the future, and if you're happy, you live in the present.
Yeah.
Why would I now be sad of what happened yesterday?
I mean, I have to say,
Which sounds
because I'm an overthinker and I'm a control freak and I'm working a lot, I'm always in the future. I'm always like, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow? What do I have to do next
which
week?
gets you anxious.
You know, exactly. I'm very anxious. Switching to German. I'm a very anxious person, and that's what I'm dealing with every day. I'm working with
Anxiety?
every day. Yeah, but no like anxiety or like I'm panicking, but I have like little anxiety.
Stress.
Yeah, stress. I'm very stressed. I'm stressed in the mornings. I'm stressed during lunch. I'm stressed before I go to sleep, and I always work on it. That's why I'm okay. If I wouldn't be okay, and if I wouldn't work on it, I think you would notice. But I'm conscious of it. That's one thing. I'm conscious of it. I accept it, and I know where it comes from, and I know how to handle it. I'm still progressing, so I'm still learning how to do it better. But I'm still so young, so I'm always thinking of this perfect picture of me being an old guy, and not giving a fuck about anything because you lived the life and you know
but-
what it's about.
Do you think old people don't give a fuck?
No, they do. But when I'm looking at my uncle or my grandfather, they're just like they lived a certain amount of life, and they know that those things that I'm fearing or those things I am anxious about, it's like you'll get there. Someday, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal, but I still can't get out of my head because for me, it's all that big still. still all that big. Oh, what do I have to do in the future? I want to build a family. I want to build this, and that. I want to still experience this, and that.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I don't really relate to that. I guess I just like what I'm doing now.
Yeah, but you can tell. You can tell by your aura as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, you seem like I'm okay where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't really like to stress about the future. If you don't like doing it, why do it? I mean, it's something you do actively yourself.
Yeah.
You do it yourself. I've definitely been anxious in the past, but at this point I'm like, as a content creator, do I want to do? Everybody asks the question, do you want to do this if you're 50? Probably not. I don't want to worry about what I am gonna do then. I like what I'm doing now.
That's very good. You can figure it out as you go. So.
Exactly. I might have an answer now, and let's say I'm 30. I'm thinking, oh shit. When I was 21, I thought this. I don't want that anymore. Then all those 9 years of worrying were useless.
For me, it's not worrying. It's being anxious, of course, of what I'm gonna do in the future. But it's not about. For me, I have. Are you okay?
Yeah, I cracked my neck very wrongly.
Okay. I have certain goals that I have. Oh my God! Please just leave me alone. Do you see it? Just no, don't. Where is it? Oh my God!
Let it be. Let it be.
No, it's up my ass.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything. Now it's gonna do something because you've been doing too much.
No, it's gone. So what I wanted to say is I have very visible goals and very clear things that I still need to or want to achieve. And my mind kind of
But give
is
me
not
an example.
like acting.
Yeah?
I want to have a certain acting
And you're stressed about having to achieve that.
yeah.
Robbie Downey Jr. started when he was 39, I
I
think.
mean, Samuel Jackson started when he was 45.
You've got
I know,
so
I know.
much time.
I know, but I'm very competitive and I have high standards for myself, and I'm scared of not. This is also something I have from my childhood. I always had like a big pressure of being something. Like I played soccer very
But what is being something? You're Paulo. You're already something.
not being achieving something or like
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that I might be wrong,
yeah.
but that might come from finding definition of yourself in what you do. If I introduce myself, I am Valentine.
Yeah.
I don't say I'm a content creator.
That's
or a
great.
model.
No, I don't do that either.
So then why?
Because I don't. I'm not my work.
You are Paulo.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
I'm this, like here.
then it doesn't matter if you are, or if you do achieve certain things, right?
The thing is, I have more of work on my day-to-day basis than like moments where I'm just Paulo. I'm Paulo when I'm at home with my family or like
you're
moments.
always Paulo.
Yeah, but I have to put that to the side most of the time. When I'm working, I don't.
Yeah, but is it putting it to the side, or is it just a different side of your personality? You cannot just become Jackson when you're working. You're still Paulo.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, when I open the camera, I mean, if you have watched my videos before, you probably notice I speak a bit different or a different tonality
Yeah.
in a different way here than I do in my own videos. Am I a different person? I am still the same guy. I still have the same thought process. I still have the same opinions. I might express them differently, or I might keep back certain ones, or push certain ones. But it's not like this is a different me. When we were playing soccer,
True.
it's the same me as well. If I'm working, it's also me. It's not certainly becoming Jackson. Same for you.
Yeah.
When you're
At least
working,
I try. Yeah.
when you're working, it's not like you're someone else. You're still Paulo. It's still you who's working.
It's a. Do you know Jay Shetty?
No.
You don't know Jay Shetty? Oh my God.
Who's that?
Jay Shetty, he has a podcast. He's very,
listen to
very
podcasts.
famous speaker as well. He has like this book, Live Like a Monk.
Ah,
That's-
I've heard of that book.
That's his book, because he lived like a monk for a couple years. I've listened to his podcast yesterday, and he said something. Wait, what was the last thing you said? Oh my God, the
You are Paulo with whatever.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah.
do, like during work.
you have like 3 versions of yourself. The version you are with other people. You are the version you are within your closest people, and then you're the version you are with no one, just with yourself.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
Yeah.
Like no one knows who you are technically.
Exactly.
Technically, no one knows who you
Yeah.
are. Everybody just sees what you show them. So if in your mind you're always anxious, but you never express being anxious, no one will ever see you as anxious. Whereas
Yeah.
if you are always nervous, however you're actually never anxious, everybody will still see you as anxious.
Yeah.
But still, it's then you're gonna start thinking about how do others see me. I see what he's saying with you are a different person, but technically you're not. You others see you as someone different maybe,
Yeah.
but you're still the same. I don't know how to.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. I mean, you're still trying to be true to your values and your personality and what you consider.
Perceiving wise, it's three different ones. Let's say you're reading a story or watching an anime. I do that a lot.
Yeah, you do.
And it's about, in this case, Paulo. Then you can see and read his thoughts. You can see and read how you act around people.
Yeah.
And you can see and read how you are acting around close people. Then obviously you perceive him in three different ways, but you would also probably still be able to notice, oh, it's in all those instances the same him, but he just expresses himself a bit differently. Doesn't make you a different person.
No, it doesn't. But this is a good thing, the good point. Circling back to what I was saying, that I'm still anxious. I feel like I'm at a spot where I can't express myself the way I want to in my work. I still do work that I feel like it's just work. It's not like work that fulfills me, because I want to express myself in my work that people know, like, oh wow, that's Paul, or that's him. That's actually what he wants to create. Like like a Tarantino or Scorsese, they do their work so true to themselves that you recognize their movie or like their work.
Yeah.
So that's where I want to get to. And this is, when I do work that feels very me, I feel the happiest. And I think I don't do that to the amount that I want to.
So, but then if we are bottom lining it, you're more doing it for you wanting to feel happy than you achieving something.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, totally.
That is completely.
It's not about achievement. It's about, I mean, what I want for.
How long do you want this to go on, by the way?
I don't know. We can stop it at some point. But I like this conversation. I forgot that we're still.
Because this is your camera is full at this point.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a pain to edit this.
It's
as well.
4K footage, so it's very, very much.
It's a pain to edit this.
Yeah. But fuck it. Let's just finish that thought, and then we can go home.
You wanting to be happy instead of actually achieving something.
Yeah, but in order for me to do what makes me happy, I have to achieve certain things so I can do it to the extent that I plan on doing it. Obviously, in the business, it's for the things that we choose to do, like modeling, acting, whatever. We have to play certain game to be in a certain business, to do the things we love. So it's like two-sided. It's like doing what you love, but being able to play the game. And I guess every creative or everyone who wants to achieve big things and do things that they love, I mean, it could be easy. We could do just some 9-to-5 job and be happy. But this
We
is
could
not.
do a 9 to 5. I wouldn't be happy though.
I mean, if that's what someone else, not you, maybe someone else who likes to be a waiter. They could just work 9 to 5 as a waiter and be happy for the rest of their life. But you want to do a specific thing, and for that you have to do certain things to get there. And maybe these don't make you very much happy along the way.
I found that the way is what makes me happiest.
That's the best.
And
thing you
I'm
can do.
really
Yeah,
glad I
that's
found
great.
this so early on, because everybody says it and it's you only start noticing when you've actually achieved yourself. So
That's
I'm
great.
so glad it happened this early on, because I've had some rough times and I've achieved some big goals, and I look back at those rough times like, hey, that was so fun striving and working towards that goal.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're all very privileged. I mean, this is just like, I'm very privileged as well, but there are times where you feel like, oh my God, this is very intense, everything is so annoying. I'm working way too hard and this feels like shit. But there's certain days where you're just like, wow, this is crazy that I get to do this.
Absolutely.
I had this with like a friend, Luis. Shout out to Luis. We were sitting at a bar, and I was like, I hate this whole thing that I'm doing right now. I don't want to do it. I want to do something else. And he was like, you just fucking do this for work. This is crazy. You can be grateful for that. And I was like, yeah, you're right, man.
But I feel like that's unfair as well, because that's neglecting what you feel like because others have it more difficult. A waiter could say
Yeah.
to someone who's homeless, oh, look at this. Or no, someone who's homeless could say to a waiter, oh, would you like this? Someone who's been in a war zone could say to someone who's homeless, oh,
Yeah.
look at this.
That's true.
Then
That's true.
someone who's been in a war zone and actually lost their family, it could go on and
Yeah.
on. There's always something worse. So I feel like that's, yes, we could be grateful because others have it more difficult.
Yeah.
But then again, you don't have to neglect what you feel like. Because there's always gonna be someone who has it more difficult, no matter how difficult you've had it. Like genuinely, there's always gonna be someone who's had it harder, and that doesn't magically mean, oh, your feelings don't matter now because there's someone else who had it harder.
Yeah.
You don't like what you do, oh, but there's also someone who's homeless. I don't know. It's a fair point, but
that's kind of a good way to end it. I like that ending. All right, I think we've talked way too much now.
we've talked way too long.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
It was.
All right. Check him out, guys.
Check him out.
It's my channel, so
Check him out on Instagram and TikTok.
him as well. You're just on Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Good. I mean, just that's enough. You don't have a YouTube channel.
I mean, I have.
You don't have a
WhatsApp,
YouTube channel?
I have a number. I have a home. I have Gmail. Contact me on Gmail.
Okay, bye, guys.
No, don't. By the way, please don't. That was a joke because I just realized it's public. Don't contact me on Gmail.